All right, it's your boy Mullah. So we got that fight. We back with another one. It's weird
Red wine
things.
to hang
It's weird things NBA players do off the court. Let's check this out together, people. I don't know. Let's see.
hanging out with a dictator. These are the weirdest things NBA players do off the court. And Rajon Rondo literally makes children cry for fun? Yeah, back in 2006, when Rondo was drafted by the Celtics, he wanted to get involved in Boston's community. And what better way to do that than by mentoring the kids? So Rondo started volunteering at this local Boys and Girls Club. But it was there that Rondo became a menace to society. Because when it came time to playing the kids' favorite game, Connect Four, Rondo went on a killing spree. He challenged every kid he could find, beating them all one by one. Connect Four. I'm the champ. And if that wasn't enough, he even started playing multiple games at once just to add to their embarrassment. By the time Rondo was done, children were left crying in defeat, stripped of their dignity. And Rondo's Connect Four addiction didn't stop there, because over the years, he went on to destroy analysts, NBA players, college students. This guy's a madman. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, because Rondo's coming, and he's gonna beat you at Connect Four. Now, Rondo's a weird guy, but what Amari Stoudemire does off the court isn't just weird, it's disgusting. Back in 2014, when Amari was playing for the Knicks, he was looking for ways to wind down after the games. And, he has a lot of options. Read a book, play some video games. Nah, this man decided to take a nice, relaxing bath. Wait, that's not weird at all. Except it is weird, because it was a bath full of red wine. Yeah, Amari literally fills up his entire bathtub with gallons of red wine and just chills in it. And when a reporter asked him why, Amari made it even weirder.
And what is the sensation like? Like, how does it feel?
I mean, why don't you come in and try it? I know you're only 5 foot, so there's plenty of room.
I guess that would be the professional thing to do. Somebody got some shorts?
Glad you could join me.
Oh, man. You know what it feels like?
Pretty hot, huh?
It feels like money, to be honest. Have you tasted this?
I have not tasted it.
Last season when you took to the floor.
Next question.
Did this grown-ass 6'10" man just splash wine on another man in a bathtub? Is that what just happened? Let's just move on. Hey, at least Amari still had basketball, I guess. Because sometimes the weird things that NBA players do off the court ends their entire career. And that's exactly what happened to Matt Bonner. See, back in 2015, Matt was on the Spurs, and he was playing like complete garbage. I mean, this dude was averaging just 3 points a game. How could he be that bad? Well, it turns out that off the court, Matt had an addiction that was taking over his life. Sandwiches. Being in the NBA, he got to travel from city to city, trying sandwiches from all over the country. And this strange sandwich addiction led Matt to starting up his own website, where he would blog about all of the different sandwiches he was trying, called Matt Bonner, Sandwich Hunter. One day he'd be at a food store in Dallas, and the next he'd be at a deli in Sacramento, just trying all different types of sandwiches. And this obsession took priority over everything, including basketball. Matt wasn't hitting the gym or practicing. He was too busy eating sandwiches and blogging. And just a year later, his addiction won, as Matt was forced to retire from the NBA in 2015. Now, at least Matt still had sandwiches and his life, because some NBA players do some weird things that almost kills them, like Carmelo Anthony. See, back in 2015, Carmelo was on a vacation in the Bahamas with LeBron, Chris Paul, and Dwayne Wade, where they decided to rent the finest sea vessel across the land, a banana boat. Now, there's a lot of problems with this picture, but there's one problem that takes the cake. Where the hell is Carmelo? Well, apparently, before this picture was taken, Melo thought it'd be a good idea to jump off the banana boat into the middle of the ocean without even knowing how to swim. Yeah, this is where things get deadly. Because when Melo got hit by a massive wave, he got sucked into the current and started drowning. He was sinking fast, and his life was flashing before his eyes, when all of a sudden, something glimmered in the distance. Something big, long, and
The banana boat.
yellow? The banana boat. It was coming to save him, and that's the last thing Mello remembers before blacking out. Mello was breathing. He was alive, and when he looked up to see who saved his life, it was none other than the banana boat's captain, LeBron James.
I told people this story before. I said, listen, I've seen LeBron do a lot of amazing things on the court.
That was special.
On the court, when he went and saved Melo's life.
He saved my life. I can't hold you. He saved my life. He saved my life. He saved my life. Yo, Bron, I appreciate that. You saved my life that day.
Yeah, shout out to
them little flippers.
Sorry, Bron.
Damn, Bron really out here carrying other players on and off the court. Now, on the topic of great NBA players, everyone knows Shaq is a basketball legend, but there's something off the court that he's even better at. See, back in the 80s, teenage Shaq fell in love with hip-hop, and he figured, hey, I want to make music too. So after saving up some allowance money, Shaq bought himself a turntable to start DJing, and he fell in love. He started spinning records 24/7, honing his craft, until eventually college rolled around and young Shaq was forced to put his passion aside and focus on basketball. Now obviously, that was a great move for Shaq, but deep down, he was still waiting for that day that he could finally make music again. And fast forward to 2011, when Shaq retired from the NBA, he could finally get back to spinning some records. So he dug out his old turntable, came up with the stage name DJ Diesel, and became the largest DJ in the entire world. Literally.
Okay, let's try something. Let me see your jump shot.
Shaq's pretty damn good. He's been performing at sold-out shows across the world, like Tomorrowland in Belgium, Lollapalooza in Chicago. He even hosts a music festival in Miami every year called Shaq's Funhouse. Now, the fact that Shaq is a famous DJ is kind of weird, but it's nowhere near as strange as what Dennis Rodman does off the court. See, this dude's idea of fun means hanging out with one of the most dangerous people on the planet. Yeah. Back in 2013, Rodman got paid to run a basketball camp in Pyongyang, North Korea, in front of tens of thousands of fans. And one day during the middle of practice, something weird happened. See, Rodman was sitting on the bench when, all of a sudden, every single North Korean in the entire arena stood up and started clapping. So Rodman turned around to see what they were looking at, and that's when he saw, subscribe to Rebound on the Jumbotron. Yeah, that's right. We got entire countries out here subscribing to the channel. So if you're not, then what the hell are you doing? But Rodman also saw North Korea's supreme leader, Kim Jong-un, walking towards him. Now, most people are terrified of this guy. But, Dennis Rodman, he wasn't afraid. So he stood up, shook Kim's hand, and started making small talk. And that's when Rodman learned that he was Kim's favorite NBA player. So the two immediately hit it off. And after practice, they went back to Kim's place to enjoy a nice dinner, sing some karaoke, and party with North Korean women, officially beginning one of the most controversial friendships of all time.
For me to go over there to see him as much as I have, I basically hang out with him all the time. We laugh, we sing karaoke, we do a lot of cool things together. And we ride horses, we hang out, we go skiing, and we hardly ever talk politics. That's the good thing about that.
Rodman is really out here skiing with a dictator. That's just weird, dog. But I guess it kind of makes sense. They both love the NBA, and not every player can say the same. I mean, for Chris Paul, basketball isn't even his favorite sport. Yeah. See, back in the 90s when Chris was just a kid, his dad took him to a local bowling alley, and after playing his first round, it was love at first strike. So Chris started going back to the alley every single day, working on his form, improving his ball spin, all for the sake of getting better at his true passion. But eventually, when Chris graduated high school, it was time to choose a career, and he had a choice between $25,000 a year in the Pro Bowlers Association or $3.4 million a year in the NBA. So, obviously, Chris decided to pursue basketball, and he got drafted by the Hornets in 2005. But there was still his love for bowling lingering in the back of his mind. So in 2008, Chris hit up his boys LeBron, D-Wade, and Kevin Durant to host his very own nationally televised charity bowling tournament. And this event brought so many eyes to the Pro Bowlers Association that Chris turned into an overnight bowling celebrity, and he got to appear on the cover of US Bowler magazine. But Chris still wasn't satisfied, and he needed to find an even bigger way to express his love for bowling. So in 2013, he created his own PBA bowling team called LAX, captained by one of the best bowlers in the entire world, Jason Belmont. And Chris has been running that team ever since, all while still playing in the NBA. This dude seriously became a legitimate bowling superstar. Like, imagine if Chris decided to pursue a professional bowling career and just quit basketball completely. I mean, other players might have even followed him, and we would have missed out on some of the most disrespectful moments in NBA history. Like, one player actually spit on somebody during a game, while another player purposely stepped on an NBA player's face. Oh, you want to hear more about that? Then click this video right here.
Well, they all have weird things NBA players do off the court. Well, it's your boy Mullah. This week got that 5. I'll be back with another one. No matter how. Bow.